defend it.
Until midnight, this is Perth Tonight with Chris Ilsley on 882 6PR.
Indeed, if you'd like to join us, 922 11882 is the telephone number. Ben Aylett's along shortly. G'day, Chris.
G'day, Chris. How you going? Just touching on what Tom was just saying then. Look, I know I can take a government department, any department, to court if they've done their...
Indeed, must be time to catch up with Ben Aylett. Hey, listen, I've got to take a bone to pick with you, Sunshine.
Yeah.
You're not dressed in uniform.
Oh, close
Mate,
to it.
No, that's no bloody Hawaiian shirt.
You're right. It's a batik shirt, so it's a Balinese shirt. So
don't ever do that again. Here's your note.
Well, you know, I've taken a bit of a break and being on holiday.
No. You're off holidays now, son. You should have been here in your Hawaiian shirt.
I'm bringing back some Bali with me. And actually, I went shopping.
We do Hawaii here, not Bali.
Come on. I went shopping and I saw something that made me think of you. And so I grabbed a little wooden Buddha. It looks just like me.
Oh.
There you go. So I'll give that to you over the break. So not so upset about me going to Bali and bringing back Balinese stuff like shirts and little wooden Buddhas. So there you go.
There you go. Thank you for that.
No problem.
He's trying to buy me with bribe. I can't be bribed. You're still busted for the shirt, Sunshine.
Yeah, you're a little less frowny though.
No. And what else is happening? I mean, you just had a holiday. You Did you have a technical disconnection during your holidays?
Half and half. So obviously I was watching things like flights in and out and volcanic eruptions and things, and that's always something you've got to do. I was also taking in what they were doing as far as technology goes in Bali. Now, we may complain about the NBN.
Yep.
And in some cases, our complaints are valid. But, the Balinese, when they've got a bar or something by the side of the road, they are advertising free Wi-Fi. Fair enough. Free Wi-Fi, it's always good. And they were saying, hey, we're getting 10 megabits per second. So, you know, what we call slow, they call something worth advertising.
Yeah, but then again, they're a third world country.
Yes, they are. But
there's a difference.
Yes.
We expect and demand far better.
We do. They've also got a great mobile phone network, of course. And when it comes to monitoring things like volcanoes and playing back video over Twitter, no problem with that either. Yeah. But while I was away, I actually grabbed a couple of things that I'm wearing right now, a pair of headphones.
Yes.
Which I'm really, really happy with. They are the AudioFly AF240s. I've just posted a review.
They're pretty big by today's standards. I mean, they look like a set of earmuffs.
Yeah, well, they do. They stick out a bit. They're over-the-ear headphones because I've got tired of using the earbuds that you keep jamming into your ear canal, and it starts to get a bit sore up.
Buds with it's never very pleasant. All that, yes.
Yeah. So I've been waiting to get my hands on a pair of over-the-ear headphones.
See, we grew up with those. I mean, I wear those kind of headphones, as you know, as part of the job.
Yes.
But we grew up with those. I mean, when we had headphones with our hi-fi, if you're wondering what Ben's talking about, the same type of headphones you use for your hi-fi.
Yes.
You know when you had the old JVC, the record player, and if you're lucky enough, you had one that was quadraphonic.
Yep.
And I've got to tell you, Dark Side of the Moon sounded fantastic. But anyway, I digress. And you wore headphones.
Yep.
Those are the kind of headphones, except they don't have the little volume controls on the headphones themselves, which the old ones used to have.
Yeah, now that was a noticeable omission with these headphones. I mean, they work fantastic with your phone. They've got the microphone hanging off on the cord just to one side. Microphone works great as well, by the way. Plugged into a phone, you can listen to some really nice music, take calls, and do your little voice assistant things. So you can say, okay, whoever, or yes, Siri, whoever that is. And you can do your voice commands that way. The one thing that it misses that I think they probably should look at including in the next model is a volume control. So if you want to control the volume, you've got to grab your phone out.
You control the volume at source. That's always been the belief.
Yeah, you can. But there's nothing wrong with having a little volume control right next to your microphone on that.
But the only problem is if you control, and this used to be the problem with controlling the volumes on the headphones.
Yeah.
You had some volume on the headphones, some volume on the hi-fi.
Yeah.
The trick was you turned the volume flat out on the headphones and used the volume at source, in this case, in the early days on the hi-fi, to regulate the volume.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you would inevitably bring distortion in from one side or t'other.
Yeah, well, that's the thing with smartphones these days. They don't actually change the volume on the headphones themselves. The controls control the volume on the phone.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so that's how they work. But apart from that, fantastic headphones. I'm really enjoying them. Great noise, great sound reproduction. There's no noise.
I heard that. He shoved them over my head and said, have a listen to this. Did sound really good.
They are great.
And I think that those sound better than the earbuds.
Absolutely.
I don't know about you. I always feel like I'm shoving one of those Johnson & Johnson cotton buds in my ears with those and playing noise through them.
Yeah. Well,
it's like somebody playing music while you clean your ears. There's something unedifying about
it. It's not a lot of fun. But, yeah, the review is up there. Go over to benaylett.com and you can read all about it and what I think. But basically... One
L, two T's and Aylett. benaylett.com is the website. And that's where you'll see a review. It's also where you'll find Ben's contact information. G'day, Mark.
Oh, g'day, guys. Ben, good to chat to you. We had a brief exchange on Twitter a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, yeah, it's very possible. I have lots of exchanges over Twitter. Yes.
Indeed. Look, I've got a question about an iPhone, but before my question, I've got a follow-up to a question I raised a few weeks ago. I mentioned on my iPhone with the thumbprint security, if you don't get it right, it gives you an option of some sort of emergency option that you can press.
Oh, yeah, yep.
Now, I pressed the button to find out what had happened, and it pulls up a phone keypad so you can make an emergency call.
Yes.
That's all it does.
Okay.
And so you can't make normal phone calls as far as I understand it. And by the way, a little known fact is that if you're out of mobile phone reception, you can always still call emergency.
Yes. Using which number?
I tried 000.
Yep.
And that rang. I did that in the middle of the Nullarbor once when I was miles away from any mobile phone towers. So if you're out in the middle of nowhere and you get bogged or something, you can always call emergency.
Okay.
I guess that works on satellites, does it?
I'm not too sure exactly how it works. I should probably have a chat to one of my friends in a large telco to see if they can shed any light on the actual technical parts about how that works. If you're using an iPhone or an Android device, I'd say it would be very hard for it to pick up a satellite signal because there are not many phones that are actually equipped to deal directly with satellites. There must be, I don't know, something else which is allowing some kind of a signal somewhere because it's actually got to work on the same frequency as the phones do. So, that's a good one. I might have to write that one down for homework. How's that?
Yeah. Homework, yeah. Give him he needs extra homework for failing to turn up regulation uniform, Mark.
Right. Okay. Now,
it's a great shirt. Come on. All right. Carry on.
All right. Now, my question about an iPhone is I was having a text conversation with a friend the other night. I'm on an iPhone 7. She's on a iPhone SE, which I'd never heard of. I understand it's some sort of upgraded iPhone 6 or something.
Yep.
And I tried to send her some gifts, and they weren't arriving. Now, they appeared on my timeline, so my phone thought it had sent them, but they weren't popping up on her phone. And neither of us can work out why. Now, she tells me to get gifts from other people, but for some reason the gifts I sent her weren't arriving.
Okay, that is most likely a setting on her phone. You have to enable a little feature called MMS. So if you go into your settings, phone, MMS, and also make sure your data is turned on too, because I'd say those services would rely in part on data.
Right. Yeah. Well, she said that she had received them from other people.
Oh, she had.
From me. Yeah.
Mm,
yeah.
Okay. Were you sending? Sorry, were you sending these as an SMS or an iMessage?
As an SMS.
As an SMS, okay. It's possible that somewhere along the lines, MMS has been disabled on either your end or her end. So sending things apart from plain old text, so things like pictures and videos and GIFs, it relies on the MMS service or the multimedia messaging service. Another way to go would be to use iMessage, which relies wholly and solely on data, and then, of course, things like Facebook Messenger and Twitter and all the other messaging mediums that we can play with.
Yeah. All right. Well, yeah.
Give that a whirl. Let us know how you go, Mark. And thanks very much for that too. By the way, if you'd like to have a chat with Ben, 922111882 is our number. Don't forget his website. It's Ben Aylitz, 1L, 2 T's in aylitz.com. And have a chat about, well, we've heard of people, Big Pharma. Nobody likes them much. Big Tobacco, everyone hates them.
Yep.
Now we've got big data. Wait for this one. Oh, there's one more that we haven't talked about. Big Public Health. They're another one.
Beaton Travel.
You might wonder how blind people deal with everyday challenges. Well, normally the answer is simple. We're not that different from you. We play music. We go to school. We go to work. You get the picture. But sometimes the simplest things can be difficult, and we need a pair of eyes.
Connect to
first available helper.
That's where you come in.
establishing video connection.
Through your smartphone, Be My Eyes connects the blind with sighted people through a live video connection. Simply choose if you need help or want to help by the click of a button.
That's a nice picture of you and your family, Caroline. Is it for a present? Yes, it's a photo from my parents.
You can help just by installing the Be My Eyes app,
Print image.
and we'll notify you when someone needs your help. And if you're in the middle of something, don't worry. Someone else will step in. So, would you care to be my eyes?
Perth Tonight with Chris Ilsley.
It is. Welcome along to Monday night. Ben Aylitz here, talking technology. benaylitz.com is the website.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll note him because if he's wearing his correct uniform, he will turn up in a Hawaiian shirt.
Uh-huh.
If he turns up in a Bali shirt, kick his bum, send him home to change, then he can come and fix your computer. Speaking of fixing computers,
yes,
Judy has an issue with hers. Hello, Judy.
Hi. Yes. My computer's several years old now, and it's called a Vista Windows, and it's dead now. They've cut me off because they don't service it anymore or something.
That's right.
So what I want to know is, do I just have to go out and buy complete new computer or can I have it updated? Nobody will tell me. They just want to come and look at it. I know what's wrong with it.
Yeah. Okay. Now, Windows Vista. So Microsoft have got this thing called the support life cycle. Basically, what it means is that they've made a version of Windows and then they apply service packs and software updates to keep it safe and up to date and running. And after a period of time, they go, look, we've been looking after this version of Windows long enough.
Yeah.
It's time to move to say Windows 10 these days. Now, do you know exactly how old your computer is? Is it more than 5 years old?
Oh, possibly. Wouldn't be any more than that. I can't remember exactly.
Okay. If it's running Windows Vista, I would say it is definitely older than 5 years.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Probably is. Well, it must be, yes.
Yeah. So I think if you dig around and have a look at your original paperwork, you might find that it's closer to
I haven't
8 or
looked.
9 years. Yeah. So
I just wanted to see if I could ask you, because I just, nobody will tell me. I ring people up or they want to just come and look at it, and I say they won't tell me this one question.
Okay. All right. You ready?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to tell you. It's probably best to start looking at a new computer.
Oh, that's all I want to know.
There you go. That's it. Simple as that. I wish we could have had a longer chat about it, but really the answer is quite simple. Time to go down and grab yourself a new PC.
All right. So when I save up to do all that, then I can contact you one day and you'll come and put it all together for me, will you?
Yeah, well, I can take it out of the box and plug it in and put it on the desk, and we'll get some software up and running on it and make it all nice and safe.
Well, that's what I wanted to know.
No problem, yes.
Could I'm all ready with the pen. Could I have your phone number now so that I keep trying to write it down and I'm always missing it.
All right. You ready? Just for you?
Yeah.
Okay. No one else listening. This is not for you guys. This is just for our caller, for Judy. It's 0419
0419
965
196 Ben, you're a wonderful man. Thank you. You have saved me from everything.
Yeah. from all those other guys. No problem, Judy.
Good on you, Judy.
Thanks for calling, love.
Now, that's amazing.
Yeah.
All I wanted was a straight answer.
Yeah.
How often does that drive people nuts where they phone up and say, all I want's a straight answer? Why do people find it so hard to give other people a straight answer? Why, when somebody walks in or rings up some sort of help desk, is it really hard to get a straight answer?
I think because people are afraid of being caught out saying the wrong thing. So a computer...
Doesn't anybody make a decision anymore? Really?
Well, I do.
Good man.
Yes.
G'day, Raph.
Oh, hey, Chris. How are you?
Good, mate.
G'day, Raph, mate.
Good.
What's up?
I know a bit about computers. As a joke, I tell my friends I used to live in Applecross and I broke a window when I was 7. That was when Apples and Windows started.
Yep.
My mom wasn't very happy. She didn't let me watch Superman. So I just bought an amazing computer. I don't want to knock down Harvey Norman. He's a great guy, but I went to PLE Computers in Wangara.
Yes.
Yeah. Peter Ling Enterprises.
Yeah. Peter and Maureen. Mm-hmm. They have amazing computers. I turn mine on, and it turns on in 3 seconds. It's on.
Yep.
Everything's booted up, and it hasn't failed once.
Right.
They use ASRock, ASRock.
That's right.
Motherboard,
yep.
Which is a small company, but they're just incredible. I really recommend them. I reckon they're better than HP's. I reckon HP means how to pack up.
All right. Thank you for that, Raph. Now, one thing we are going to tell you, I don't think they got you a discount. Might have got you Customer of the Month award, but not a discount.
Yeah, well, look, the margins in the computer hardware game are incredibly thin. So if you can get 3 to 5% off any sort of sale within computer hardware, you're doing extremely well.
So what you're saying is not a lot of meats on the bones.
There is no wiggle room.
All right. G'day, Mark.
Yeah, how are you, Chris?
Not bad, not
G'day,
bad.
Mark. How are you going?
Good. Hey, I don't know much about computers except I know how to turn them on and sort of operate them. But
there you go. You know enough.
My son's. It's my son's computer actually. It's about 2.5 years old. Might not even be that.
Yep.
But a couple of blokes we've taken it to, they keep telling us the hard drive's knackered.
Right.
Now, I don't believe it's true because I had a friend have a look at it and he said, no, it wouldn't be the hard drive. All it's doing is actually just going slow, and basically all it does is go on games and sort of Facebook and all that sort of rubbish. But yeah, I was just wondering if you might be able to give us an idea of what it might be, because they keep wanting to say they want to change the hard drive.
Yeah. Look, I would have to agree with the professionals, because in my experience, 9 times out of 10 when a computer is running slow, it's because the hard drive is not holding the information like it used to. Now, a quick crash course on hard drives. If you're using the old spinning type hard drive, they've got these platters inside them, and on these platters is a metallic substrate that is it's magnetic, and it works a lot like the old audio tapes and the old VCR tapes did. And as they're used over and over again, you remember the old days when you'd see that snow appearing at the top of the screen with the old VCR tapes, or the audio would start to warble a bit.
Yep.
That's because that magnetic covering on the tape is not holding the information exactly as it should be. It's a similar thing with hard drives, with that magnetic surface not holding the zeros and ones exactly as they should be, and then we start to get errors introduced. Hard drives can handle a little bit of error. They do have that error correction built in, but when it reaches a certain threshold, that's when the hard drives struggle to keep the information and then give it back as it was recorded. And we see the hard drive spending extra time trying to recover that information or trying to correct that information, and the computer starts to run slow. So I would say, Mark, that these guys have probably got the hard drive thing nailed. I think they're right on that one. If you want to check for sure, there is some software that I use. It's from Gibson Research Corporation, otherwise known as GRC. The product is called SpinRite. So if you go to grc.com and then look for SpinRite, you can buy the program, you can download it, install it, and then run it on a disk, and it will actually boot and then check your hard drive for any errors. Really, really good software. Yeah, and in some cases, it can actually fix the hard drive and let you get a few more months or maybe a couple of years out of it, give you time to back things up, and then move across to a new hard drive.
Yeah, it's so easy. I'll let him know that, and he can have a look tomorrow, I guess, when I get home.
Fantastic. All right.
Good stuff. Thanks very much for that, Mark.
Yes.
Yeah, it makes it simple. Geez, you're making stuff sound easy tonight, mate.
Yeah, I know.
Hello, Alison.
Oh, good evening, guys. Thank you. It's lovely to hear you guys on the radio. So good. But I just want to make note of that that young lady at Heart, Judy, that called earlier about, wanting to be connected. Like, I'm eternally in my 30s, but I was born in the 70s, so, and I'm not tech savvy at all. But just to hear someone of her what can I say, her era to really want to stay in contact, and you giving her the utmost advice that is just, it's so nice. Like, praise Jesus for you guys being so really available to us. No. It's so nice and refreshing because it is very, very confusing. Like, if I didn't have if I didn't have a teenage boy, I would not have any idea what I'm doing. Yeah. Seriously. And I don't feel like an old busybody because, like I said, I'm eternally 30, and it's expensive to get this sort of advice.
Yes.
Willy nilly. So and it's just really, like, we really appreciate it. So as far as the community of Perth goes, like, good on you guys.
All right, thank you very much. That's very nice of you, Alison.
It's really nice, yeah.
And I've got to say, mate, though, hats off to you. Well, you were asked a question and you gave a straight answer. You have got no idea how much that is appreciated.
10 questions, 10 correct.
You might wonder how blind people deal with everyday challenges. Well, normally the answer is simple. We're not that different from you. We play music. We go to school. We go to work. You get the picture. But sometimes the simplest things can be difficult, and we need a pair of eyes.
Connect to.
First available helper.
That's where you come in.
Establishing video connection.
Through your smartphone, Be My Eyes connects the blind with sighted people through a live video connection. Simply choose if you need help or want to help by the click of a button.
That's a nice picture of you and your family, Caroline. Is it for a present? Yes, it's a photo from my parents.
You can help just by installing the Be My Eyes app.
Print image.
And we'll notify you when someone needs your help. And if you're in the middle of something, don't worry. Someone else will step in. So, would you care to be my eyes?
With Chris Ilsley on 882 6PR.
By the way, if you want to get in contact with Ben Ailits, benailits.com is the website, and that's where you'll find all of his contact information. Now, I did mention, Ben, that we've had stuff like Big Pharma.
Yep.
Big Medicine. Big Tobacco, very bad people.
Yep.
Big Public Health, and we now have Big Data. And this actually comes off on the back of this wonderful new device they've got, which is our electronic health record system.
Yes.
But it's one of those ones called My Health Record. It contains a lot of information about people.
Yes.
Right? Now, I should point out, with My Health Record, patients and doctors can upload medical data, including prescriptions, allergies, and medical summaries. And the records can, and it says here, can be viewed by law enforcement and third parties, although it does not specify who those third parties are. But we get to one point. The whole idea that you and I could, say, go to Sydney, need to see a doctor, walk into a doctor's surgery, and the doctor could see our medical records.
Yes.
That per se is a good idea.
Yes.
But why does it have to be online? That's the kind of stuff, I would argue, should simply be on a wide area network accessed by medical professionals and medical-related industries, such as doctors, dentists, hospitals, that kind of stuff. I have no issue with that. The issue I have is with this being available online, because despite their protestations to the contrary, something tells me that it will be vulnerable and somebody will hack it.
Yes.
And here's the other point. Like I said before, they say available to law enforcement. Okay, we get what that means. Cops can check up, make sure you're not doing stiffing people with drugs or whatever.
Yep.
But also third parties. Well, who are these third parties? I mean, when it comes to your medical records, I guess I'm a third party.
Yes.
But I think I can safely say you don't want me looking at your medical records, and nor should I be able to look at your medical records.
Yep. Right. Now, medical records, as far as personal information goes, it's pretty much as personal as you can get.
Absolutely.
So the stakes are incredibly high, and I can understand the convenience side of it. So being able to have having a home doctor somewhere in your home state, and you're abroad or you're in another part of Australia, and you need to get those medical records pronto, because let's face it, getting it wrong, the consequences are pretty bad. So you want to make sure you get accurate records. I get that. However, the track record when it comes to government departments or large business, and just recently Medicare, it has not been stellar. Now, just going back to
here's another one. Page Up's another one that's been compromised. You know what Page Up do? They're the website that most people use now to collect job applications.
Oh, yes.
Groups like the RAC use it. Coles have been using it.
Yeah.
Right? And there's a whole heap more besides. They're but two of many, right? And so you go to apply for a job with these people, you put your application through PageUp.
Yes.
Okay, including your resume and stuff like that. Once again, we're talking about personal information, and people have received notes saying, gee, we're terribly sorry, but it would appear that this has been compromised. Well, how do we know this isn't going to happen? And what's more, and this has been bothering me for a while, more and more people are forced to do stuff online or they're financially penalised.
Yeah.
Even if you are only being slugged, what, $2 or $2.50, as some people tell me, to receive a paper bill.
Yep.
What you're not getting for the $2.50 that you're not being slugged is the security and guarantee that your information is going to be safe.
Yes.
So you're being punished for saying, hey, listen, you guys, I don't think you can keep this information secure. Maybe what we should be able to do is say we can sue you people in the event that the information isn't secure, even if you do use third parties to manage it.
Yep. Now, and that is something that is on the horizon. I can imagine that there are people pulling together class action suits, and it hasn't been the first time. So, look, when it comes to data security, it's actually one of the fields that I work in, and it is not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. And your systems are going to be breached, whether it's through a technical failure or through human error or through flat-out malicious acts with an insider. It will happen eventually. So if you're a business that holds personally identifiable information, you are at risk. Not only your customers are at risk, but your suppliers are at risk and your employees are at risk. And I work by this simple tenet that if it's any personal information, if you can get by without having to hold it, don't hold it. Yeah, it's just not worth the risk. A lot of people seem to think that data inside a business, if I collect data, I'm sitting on an asset. No, that is completely wrong. You are sitting on a time bomb, and it's as simple as that.
Well, you see, having and creating databases can be quite lucrative.
They can be incredibly lucrative.
Especially when people decide to on-sell them.
Yeah. And unfortunately, that's something else that's happened. So at the moment, here's another little story that broke in the last day or so. It has been revealed that scammers have somehow managed to get their hands on information that belonged to Dell. So these scammers are calling up, the old Microsoft support scams?
Yeah, so we've got Dell support scams now.
Dell support scams, but it's now different in that they know things like your name, your address, the model number of the computer you've got, the serial number of the computer that you've got.
So their data has been... When are we going to see companies held liable for information that they have when that information is compromised?
I think it's going to happen very, very soon.
I mean, this business with PageUp anyone who puts stuff through PageUp has had data compromised.
Yep.
Right. Yep. And what they're saying, I know one that was sent out from the RAC said, at this stage, PageUp has informed RAC the following personal information may have been accessed: name, gender, email address, home address, mobile and or landline phone number.
Yep.
They say that documents uploaded to the PageUp system, for example, resumes and cover letters, were not accessed.
Yep.
Well, that's what PageUp have told them, but do we know that that's absolutely true?
I would say that would be true. So it looks like PageUp have taken some measures to keep things safe by separating databases.
Yep.
Now, if they've managed to get that information and it's unencrypted, then we may have another issue to worry about. When you're keeping information, not only should you have it behind a secure network or a secure firewall, you should also have it properly encrypted. And just a plain old encryption is not enough. You've got to properly randomize it.
I mean, at some point, the one area that this all falls over, more and more, everyday people are being financially penalised if they don't go online. And okay, look, in most cases, we are talking about what most would argue is a relatively trivial amount when we talk about a couple of dollars or up to $5.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, they're being forced to do this. They're being financially penalised if they don't, yet these bunnies aren't giving the most basic security guarantees.
Yeah.
I mean, at some point, surely there has to be an obligation on them to say, we need to protect this. I mean, this is one of the reasons why this whole business of health records online, I just see that being fraught with danger. And they say, oh, you know, we've got military-grade security. Yeah, well, watch some super hacker bust through that.
Well, and look, military-grade security, we've seen that breached as well with something as simple as a contractor, an outside contractor who didn't keep things securely locked down. People got onto the contractor's PC and therefore managed to get their way into the military secrets. And they've managed to sell secrets to like the F-16s.
Well, let's put it this way. Espionage has been doing nicely and our Chinese friends love it.
And not just the Chinese either. Anyone. You can make a lot of money by selling secrets. And you don't have to be Chinese to do that.
No, they're the ones who are known to be doing it. But you're right. Anyone can capture the information.
That's right.
And like you say, it's lucrative. But the government can't guarantee the sanctity of that. Like I said, I can see the logic in linking lots of places up. Like medical, so you can go to a doctor on the other side of the country and they can see your records through a closed, secure system. It can't be accessed from anyone outside that network. I can see the sense in that.
Yes.
But I certainly do not see the sense in saying we're going to put these online. Because sure as God made little apples, it's going to become vulnerable. Mate, we're going to have to continue this discussion, I can see.
I think so.
Yeah. Thank you very much for that. By the way, benaylitz.com is the website. So any contact information, anything you want to know, just go to benaylitz.com.
Pete of Laos here. Golden Ponds is getting festive this July.